This is my second time taking this program, so the first time I didn't come to the Crombie and I didn't do very well, but this time it seems to be a lot better. The Crombie's helped me out a lot with strategies and stuff to use for my classes. I write in the Crombie all my tests that I have for all my classes. I come to the Crombie and I book a test and I write in one of their rooms with extra time, and I have special programs that help me. I have Kurzweil, which helps me, it reads the test to me, so because I get things better when it's read to me, so that helps me out a lot. Guys ask me why I'm not in class writing tests and stuff, and I tell them, like, I'm at the Crombie writing it, I'm in my own room, sort of, like, it's quiet, no distractions, and a lot of them are like, wow, like, that would be awesome if I could get that, because a lot of them are like me, they get distracted easily, or it's hard for focus when there's like papers rustling around and stuff like that. So like, and they're like, whoa, like I wish I could do that. So it definitely, I think it definitely would be good to kind of get the word out to everybody, because lots of people don't know about the Crombie and what they can do for you. So it definitely would help. I think a lot of students' marks would definitely rise. Oh yeah, I definitely learned the hard way. Like I was here, like this is my second time here, and like the first time was really rough because I found like there was a lot of work, and I was fresh out of high school, and it was just a lot to handle. First time away from home, stuff like that. So there was a lot of stuff to handle. So I definitely wish I would have come to the Crombie, but I didn't know about the Crombie Centre. Like I heard about it, but I didn't really in depth with it. Like the stuff that I know now would have been like so beneficial when I first came here. Oh, definitely would recommend attending orientation. It helped me a lot, and I know the other people that were there with me that I met, I talk to them every once in a while, and it really, really helped them too. Because it gets your foot up on the game, right? So then when in September when classes start, you're not so scared. You got kind of a foundation to go on, and it makes things a lot easier. I had no idea about, like, there's so many programs that can actually help you, and like it's helped me a lot this semester for sure. If I didn't have the Crombie to help me out, I don't think I'd be at where I am right now. I don't think I'd finish the program on time. I'd have to come back for another semester, or I'd have to take a lighter workload because like there's a lot of work. But with the Crombie, they've really helped me with studying strategies and stuff like that. So like it's really helped me out a lot.
The Glenn Crombie Centre has a lab, and the lab is like a little home. You get to meet all the other kids who, this sounds really funny, who also have learning disabilities. But you get to meet all the other kids, and if you do not understand a certain program and you pipe up, somebody will be like, oh, this is how you do it. I never thought of recording a person, ever. I never, ever thought of recording a person or even having rights with a learning disability. I've gotten now, this semester, I've gotten one of my books scanned. It's just so much easier.
I use my assistive technology all the time. I use Kurzweil for all my studying. I read everything on Kurzweil. I highlight and I extract them. For definitions, I highlight the word, then I highlight the sentence, the definition, and then I take them out and then I mix them all up, and then after I print them, I mix them all up, and then I add them in together, and then that's how I remember them, because I mix and match with them.
Extra time for my tests, a quiet room. Sometimes I need to use Kurzweil. And just the lab in general, using the lab and be able to use the programs that I don't have at home. Sometimes I take a laptop in class. It all depends what class it is, so if it's my lab, I can't. But if I do need it, I will bring it in class, and the teacher has no problem with that. Also when it comes to recording the class as well. Kurzweil helps me a lot. Sometimes I have a hard time reading because if I'm tired, or I just can't concentrate, or I'm going through an anxiety attack or something. So it helps me just to calm down and just understand what I don't, and also for pronunciation, because I'm more French than English. So if I can't pronounce the word, I just use Kurzweil, and it helps me say it properly. I just talk to my advisor, and I tell her what I need and what kind of classes I have and what can really help me. I go see my advisor, and we make out a list of what my accommodations could be, what I need in the classroom, and we make out a form for every teacher, and I just hand it to them either at the end or at the beginning of the class. If they have any questions, I'm not ashamed of it, so yeah. Kurzweil is an awesome tool for me. It depends what I'm reading, and it does take a lot of your time, so when it comes to homework and then reading, you don't have much time, you have to balance your time. If you do have a learning disability, it is to your advantage to be with the Glenn Crombie, because you get to talk to people that when you're feeling down or just the way you're feeling, so just really to talk or just to have a conversation with somebody, especially if you're from out of town, and you get to have extra time. You can stay in a quiet room. You have access to labs. Even during the weekend, you just have a card and you just access the labs whenever you want. If you need help for like learning strategies, they offer that. You just make an appointment. You learn a lot about yourself. Like, I learned what are my strengths and what I need to work on. It was just the assessment itself was different. I'm not used to that. So it was time consuming and it was just very long. It's not very fun, but you need to get it done. But you do learn a lot about yourself after you do it, so all your results, and it's very interesting and you get to know yourself a lot more. So I wasn't very surprised, but I didn't know a few things about myself, so it was kind of an eye-opening, so what I need to work on, and it was just very useful. So.